channel. Today we are going to work with Rutabaga, and it's not really as popular here in US. It's a wonderful vegetable, which is I say forget vegetable, and perhaps that people don't know what to do with it, but you can create many dishes with your rutabaga. And let me tell you how precious this vegetable is. It's a treasure. It's more than gold. You know why? Because it's so good for you. It's very healthy. It contains a lot of vitamins and minerals, and even is anti-cancer and builds your body immunity. Maybe seem to you not so much attractive and very hard to work with. That's true about this kind of vegetable, because the skin is pretty hard to work with, but after you do it, you're going to be amazed how beautiful that veggie is. Again, it is so healthy. So what I want to do, I want to first to see if I can work with the skin. Okay, so I will try it to peel with a knife, but if there will be a challenge for me, then I will put in a pot with water and boil it for a couple minutes. That's what you can do. Or if you have a microwave, to make the peeling a little bit less difficult, you can always put your rutabaga in microwave, which I don't have. I don't like microwave, so. But let's see how that is going to work for me. I'm thinking to cut it in half first, because this is a huge, very huge rutabaga, and I mean, they come in different sizes, and I picked the big one. So you have to have a really nice knife here, sharp knife. Just when you cut it, just be careful not to hurt your hands. So I got 2 halves of this seed, and I'm going to peel the rutabaga now. Something like this. Not bad, you guys. Not bad at all. So you probably don't know that you can eat it raw as well. Other thing you can do with this, you can use with your salads. You can mash it, or even combine with regular potatoes. It's very earthy, and the flavor is savory and a little bitter and a little sweet. This is what makes it so unique. But after you cook it, it's just going to be wonderful. Okay, so this is not really as hard as I thought. Good. This is what I got. See, after all, it was not as hard to peel that as I thought, which is good news. Next, what I want to do is to slice it So I will slice it. I'm trying to figure out this way and the other way. Maybe this way, okay? I cut it this way. And I will slice it. But when I will slice it, I will make sure not to go all over to the bottom of my half, because I want all the slices to be attached to each other. All right, so let me do it. And I'm going to do thicker slices. I don't know exactly how wide they're going to be. I'm going to show you in a few minutes what I accomplished. Okay, so remember, you cut the slices, but don't go all the way down. Just make sure not to cut bottom of the Rutabaga, okay? Go down. Switch. Okay, have one. If you make a mistake, there's no big deal, no end of the world. It's still going to be okay. Okay, I have one. And I'm going to work on the second one now. All right, let's talk in more actions. Okay, again, cutting into slices, but again, making sure the bottom of the Rutabaga is untouched, because we want all the slices to be attached to each other, to be connected. But if that happens, oh well, it's not the end of the world. Wow, this is the one that's a little bit easier to slice for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I'm used to it. I have like a, looks like slice of an apple. Yummy. Okay, it's done. It looks this way after I slice each of the half. Looks so cool. Now it's time for me to turn my oven to 425. So I'm going to add a little bit of smart balance into each cut before I bake it. So I'm going to use a very narrow knife for this. See, might not go, oh, it's going in, cool. Okay, so kind of, okay, just a second. So you kind of have to open it, okay, to do it. But then make sure when you open that, make sure not to break it. Not that hard. Just like hold it with one of your fingers, all right? Or maybe two fingers, whatever works. And you can use any plant-based butter you want. Okay, again, going in. Might be a little bit challenging to do it because it's uncooked and pretty stiff, but you can still see I can manage that, so you can do it too. So don't give up. Okay, and then at this point I'm going to go ahead and spread the butter all over my rutabaga. You can, if that works better for you, if hands work better for you, might even work better, guys. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm going to use hands. Okay, and I turn this over and I do the bottom of it too. Okay. Okay. My first half is all done. I'm going to keep going with my other half. So again, I'm going to open that a little bit. Next one, open and put it in. Don't use knife, as I did in the beginning. Use your hands. It's working better this way. Okay. Okay. Almost done with this part. And I'm using my hand to spread vegan butter all over the rutabaga. It is all done. Almost. Last thing I'm going to do before putting my rutabaga in oven is to just sprinkle it with some spice, and I'm going to use smoked paprika. I just love smoked paprika. Okay. Okay, and a little bit of garlic powder. My rutabaga is going in my casserole dish. That's what I'm going to use to bake it. But you can use any pan you like. Any baking pan you like, but However, you need to make sure to cover your rutabaga with foil, which I hate to do it. It's not so healthy. So therefore I'm using this because I can use the lid, so I like it better. All right, I'm trying to fit in there. Hopefully that is going to work for me. Okay. Okay, perfect. I'm not using any oil to go on the bottom of my casserole dish. Instead, I'm going to add 1 cup of water. Just to keep it moist, and I believe the rutabaga is a moist vegetable, so it's not going to dry after all, but it's good to have a little bit something on the bottom in order for the rutabaga not to burn. Hopefully it won't, we see. Okay, I'm going to cover that with lid. Okay, perfect. More perfectly. And put it in the oven for about 40 minutes. Welcome back. I have my rutabaga in front of me and looks absolutely amazing. The color and the smell is just great. Now, I'm going to keep going with finishing completing my recipe. However, if you're satisfied with your dish, you can leave it the way it is. You can just add a little bit of salt, maybe pepper. I'm going to add cheddar, shredded style cheese, and I'm going to put it back in the oven for next 10 minutes. But I also chopped some onions, which I'm going to add with my casserole dish and let it bake for another 10 minutes. And actually there's going to be a mixture of onions and bacon. This is vegan bacon, and which I'm going to cut into small pieces and throw in there with onions and let it bake again for next 10 minutes and cover my rutabaga with shredded cheese. Or I can even, if I can see if I can stick it between, in my openings between the slices. Maybe I can do this. I'm going to try. Okay, so let me just put onions in that. Okay, if you want to fry onions with bacon before putting them in your baking dish, that's totally fine. This is what I'm going to do it today. I'm going to cut bacon in those small pieces and throw it in here with onions and rutabaga. So just pile them up, cut longways in half, and then cut into small pieces. This is optional. This is optional. Okay, I'm gonna throw it in here. If you want less, you can use less. I use 2 small onions in a 1 bag of vegan bacon. But this is totally up to you. You don't have to use it. This is optional. And how much? It's a 5.5 of ounce in this bag. Now, before I stick in or throw cheese all over my rutabaga, I'm going to add a little bit of butter with my rutabaga. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'm going to just spread the butter all over the rutabaga, just to keep it moist. And more delicious. All right. Wonderful. So let me show you how it looks like before I incorporate cheese with it. Look at this. Isn't it great? Wow. Again, you can probably eat it the way it is. If you don't want to add bacon and onions with it, or cheese. Okay, totally up to you. So let me just dump cheese on a plate. And let's see if I can stick. A little warm, but it's okay. Stick cheese between the slices. It's not too hard. Just it's a little warm, you might wait until it's cool off. Okay, nice. Whatever is left, I'm going to sprinkle all over my dish. I didn't put any salt in there because I feel like cheese already has it in it, and bacon, so there's no really need. So at this point, I'm going to stick it back in the oven, and I will not cover that with a lid. I want to have my dish a little crisp. Okay, let's just do it. 10 minutes, still at 425 degrees. It's all ready for tasting. It looks amazing. I'm just impressed. And not only because it looks amazing, but this is very, very healthy dish. Again, it does have a lot of vitamins, minerals, has fiber in it, and I believe even protein, yes. Some veggies have protein also. And I cannot wait to taste it. But before that, let me show you how it looks like. Look at this beauty. Wow. Amazing dish. And it smells so, so good. Wow. healthy vegan dish. Okay, it is time to taste it. I always call this the best time of the cooking show. Okay. Very delicious, healthy, and also not expensive dish. So if you like my recipe, don't forget to subscribe and also go vegan for animals. I will see you in my next video. Have a great afternoon.